Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Welcome to Bolivar Live's Vacation Rental Preview, where each week we're going to take you inside a home. We're going to show you inside, outside, where it's located, the view from the home, and the amenities the home has to offer. Let's check out this week's home and see what it has to offer, whether you're here for a weekend getaway or a week-long vacation. Follow me. Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again, it's Bolivar Live Vacation Rental Previews. And like last month, we're going to talk to George Scruggs, which is with Bolivar Vacations, about management. And, George, thanks for joining us. There's a
Thanks
big
for having me.
misconception as far as what I see down here, and I may be wrong, but you get people that come in that, they get their house and they're going to use it as an investment, but they don't really understand what it takes to manage a home, maintain a home, and make it work so it's profitable for you. And it all starts out with what your purchase price. You can't just go out and buy a home and not worry about if you're getting a good deal on it. But there's also several kind of owners down here, and you started off with your own homes and you grew, and now you do management for people. And you made a comment to me. There's three kinds of people. It's my baby. I just want to make some money and someone pay for my home, and then there's investors. Let's talk a little bit about that in the breakdown.
Sure. Well, I took a short course last winter, and they broke them down into three groups. That there's the it's my baby. This is my beach house. I love this thing. I've got family knickknacks in it and heirlooms, and I love everything just in this place. And this place has to be here. And you're going to struggle with that attitude. You're going to struggle in the rental business, and that's probably something that you need to manage yourself, because nobody's going to be able to hit that standard for you.
Right.
And that's fine. Just to understand, if you're in that category, self-management probably is a good decision for you. The next one, and I think this is probably the majority of the houses down there, is the ones that, look, I want a beach house and I'd really like for somebody else to pay for it. Nothing wrong with that. That's a brilliant idea. Bolivar's a great place to own a home. The rental market's strong enough where you can rent it, a few months out of the year and make your taxes and your insurance. At least that used to be it. Taxes and insurance are kind of crazy now, but
Right.
But anyway, the people that they're not looking to this. We're not trying to make a killing on this thing. I would just like for somebody else to pay for my beach house if I can. And again, great idea. That's a great idea. And then there's another class of the what I call investors. They don't care about going to the beach. They don't really care that it's Bolivar. They heard that this is a good place to invest. They bought a house. They want a return on their investment. And those people are, I understand that. I mean, at one time I owned 15 beach houses down here. It was because I needed 15 beach houses. Nobody does. In fact, I've always told if when I was a kid, if they'd let me win at Monopoly, I wouldn't have had to do all this. But anyway,
Right.
It was an investment, and we're looking to make a return on the investment. And I'm a businessman. I understand that, and it's very easy for me to work with people like that. So anyway, that's really the three classes of investors. I've seen a lot of, like you were saying, a lot of people have come into the area recently, and they saw some podcasts, and this is a hot area. Bolivar was the hot area in the country here for a year and a half or so, and people were coming in from all over the country buying houses. And
I done seen.
well, yeah, and it was a great thing for Bolivar in a lot of ways. There's people that were able to cash out on their houses and make some good money. I'm very happy for them. But I think that there's been a big push that I'd like to push back on a little bit, that if you're some kind of a fool if you're not self-managing, that like management companies are just taking advantage of people, and they're not worth the money. And I just want to push back on that, because I am a management company. I think we deliver significant value to our customers, our homeowners, and our guests as well. We offer a high quality product. We take care of the asset. And like we were discussing just a minute ago, our company, we do about somewhere between 30 and 35% of our bookings go through our own website. So if, our management fee is 20%, if we're charging you 20% and you're getting 35% of your revenue through our site, that's a pretty good deal. That means we're doing all the rest of it pretty much for free. And we take care of the asset. We take care of your home. We pay utility bills. We make sure the grass is mowed and the trash is picked up. And if there's a leak, we take care of it. And I see these
What?
people that are, from Indiana or Michigan and trying to rely on a housekeeper to do the maintenance on their home. And I also see a lot of those homes, frankly, that are sitting that aren't renting very well.
Well,
And
and people don't understand. And one great thing about y'all's homes, all of them are beachfront, but that comes with an expense too, because you can't just show up every 3 or 4 months and do maintenance on it. Y'all have two maintenance workers full time plus some contractors.
oh yeah,
It's a full time job to keep up the homes that you have, but you do. And you do that by staying on top of it. There's nothing worse than, when a house faces the beach and you've got sand blowing and you've got salt blowing when it's rough, door locks. You have to know what door locks will last down here and what won't. You and I talked about it the other day, even barbecue pits. And you've made a comment, PVC rust down here, because it literally almost does because of the salt. And, a management company, I see, your guys and other people running 7 days a week. And when it's July and your house is booked 7 days a week, 30 days straight, you've got time for the cleaners to get in there and get out. You also have to have the people and know, hey, we need to get over here on Sunday afternoon and fix this, so that it's up to the standards of Casago and Bolivar Vacations before your next party comes in.
absolutely. And it has to be up to the standards of my wife.
Yes.
Our, our cleaners are in constant contact throughout the day with the maintenance people. And as they're in a house and they see that the blinds are broken or the toilet won't stop running or there's low water pressure in the sink or
Right.
just a myriad of things. I mean, it's continuous all day long. These communications between our cleaning staff and our maintenance staff, and the maintenance is coming in cleaning these things, fixing these things before the guests arrive at 4. And it's interesting to, like at the breakers, to sit on one of the back row houses and watch this throughout the day from the deck as the guests move out of the houses in the morning and everybody goes. And the neighborhood that was just so bustling last night now is vacant. And then all the cleaners and the maintenance people come in and they're just like I'm waving all over the screen there, but they're just like bees, running in and out of the houses. And then 3:30, 4 o'clock, they all go away, and then the next wave of guests comes in, and it's all bright and shiny for them. It's all made new again in just a 5-hour period. It's amazing to watch. It really is.
It's funny, this time of year and through the winter, I come to work and sometimes I'll come in at 3:30, 4:30, and highway's clear. And a lot of times, if the weather's bad, I'll drive down to Highland to see what the tide's like. But in the summertime, in June, July, and at least half of August, at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock, I still see cleaning people out and maintenance guys out running around, because y'all have a set time, and you've got so much time to get that house ready. And I've seen cleaning people work all night on Sunday night so that the house is ready Monday morning when the next party comes in, and the maintenance guys work through the night. And that's what it takes down here, really, to stay on top of things. And then that brings me up to my next question. What's your time worth? Even if you live here and you're retired and you want to manage your home, what's your time worth? Because you can't just get up and leave. If we're in June or July and the house is booked back to back, what's your time worth? And is it worth maybe looking at a management company because they've got the time to do it, to where the homeowner's actually free? Or if you live off, like you said, we've got a lot of out-of-state people that own homes down here as an investment. They can't manage it.
Well, and for some people, self-management is the right answer. To manage your own home is the right answer. If you have the time, if you can do it, if you have the temperament for it. I just think that there's this almost of an attitude now that you're some kind of a fool if you're not doing that. If you're using a management company, you're paying too much money. You're not making the money you should on your house. You're some kind of a fool for doing that, and that's just not right. I mean, there are poor management companies out there. but there are really good management companies out there. And I can tell you, there's a whole bunch of us that work our butts off every
Right.
week to keep these properties up, to be transparent with the homeowners, to provide exceptional guest experiences. And again, if you're a homeowner and you're that committed to the project yourself, go for it. That's great. Support you 100%. And I don't have any knock on any of those people, but I just don't. There's a lot of conversation that management companies just take the money and they don't do anything for it. And I can tell you, there's a bunch of us that work really hard
Right.
for the money that we earn. And again, I think that the value we bring in increased revenue, I don't think we cost anything to the
Right.
homeowner, because I think we bring more revenue than you're
It's
going to get
better
on
to
your
have
own.
your home booked than just sitting there. And if it costs you, you know, from the little bit that it costs for a management company, because y'all advertise, you promote, you market, you do the maintenance, more or less the homeowner doesn't really have to worry about too much.
No, we've got homeowners that we have one homeowner that's only been to his house one time in 3 years. He's, straight up an investor. And we're perfect for him because we do all the work. And he just gets checks periodically. He likes it that way. We like it that way. Works great. Not everybody wants to be that hands off. Some people want to be more involved in it, and that's fine too. There's plenty of space for all different kinds of people. But I just want to push back on that thought that if you're not self-managing, you're kind of a
Right.
fool.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. And those calls do come in the middle of the night. Somebody shows up at 11:30 and can't get in the house because
Someone's got to be there.
well, what are you going to do if you're in Michigan and and somebody calls you at 11:30 at night, can't get in the house, or
Yeah.
the toilet's broken, or we get calls all the time. And if you want those calls, if that fits in your lifestyle, that's fine. But
Yeah.
if it doesn't, you just got to think about what's your time worth. Are
Right.
you able to respond to stuff like that? So,
Right.
uh,
Right. Well, we've talked about this in the last month's show. We're going to be doing these shows, personalized shows, the first of each month, usually the first Thursday of each month. We're going to have George in, and we're going to talk about vacation rentals, Bolivar Vacations, management. We're even going to bring in some outsiders and talk about, the aspect of where you buy a home at and what you have to look at, and it's more of an educational deal for everyone on if you want to get into vacation rentals or if you have a home and have some questions about it. So, George, thanks for joining us this morning. I've got to go refill my coffee cup, I think. So we're going to head on out. Remember, we have Bolivar Live vacation rental previews every Thursday at 10:30. Where it's all about vacation rentals here on Bolivar Peninsula and all about BolivarVacations.com. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.